summer jig head minnow. Today we're going to cover a couple of tips bait related to improve your odds of catching more fish in the summer on a jig head minnow. And we're going to go ahead and start right off with one of the most important things, and that's bait size. In the summertime, just like with a big worm or a big crankbait or a big jig or whatever kind of a big spoon, big things that people have always thrown with or without forward-facing sonar in the summer, you want a big minnow. And earlier today, I started out, I've been throwing a 5-inch minnow, and you know, I've been catching some 7-8 bass a trip on that 5-inch minnow, but I was getting a lot of followers, maybe because the fish had seen that minnow a lot, but I upsized my bait, and you get a way more aggressive reaction to those baits. When you upsize the bait, it has more drawing power, and if a fish is in 30 feet of water, over 40, and you can cast your bait out in 15 and that fish can see it way above their head and they run up to it, they're a lot more likely to bite it than if you put it in their face and get it close to them to where they can get a good look at it. And that kind of leads us in to the next thing, which is jig head size. In the summertime, I know a lot of people say with the jig head minnow, you want to go as light as possible, and that's not really accurate all the time. It's accurate sometimes, like in the winter, but in the summer, the water's warm and the metabolism's higher. See that fish track that bait? A jig head upgrade or an increase in jig head size can be the most important thing you can do to trigger more strikes with your minnow, because A, you can cover more water because your bait sinks faster, and B, you can work the bait faster, just like burning a deep diving crankbait or walking the top water really fast and aggressive in the summertime. We all know that those kind of bites, but when you're scoping and you're on a minnow bite, you want a heavier jig head. This particular jig head is a queen tackle 3/8 ounce. That's a depth 6-inch Sakamoto shad, and I believe the freeloader now comes in a 6-inch. I throw that on a chatterbait a good bit, but that's a good big minnow that you can throw in the summertime. But you will be shocked at how much more drawing power you get out of your minnow in the summer when you have a bigger bait and a bigger jig head. Give this a try, guys. Hope this helps. It's probably the most important thing that I've learned over the past several years of scoping in the summertime. Upsize your jig head, upsize your minnow, and you'll get more bites. Please remember to subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching.